Joel's pride was shattered, but it did not die. No matter how much he gained, he could not escape the pain, the shame, and the memory of the woman he believed he had buried forever. Late one night, alone in the dimly lit study of his crumbling mansion, Joel whispered into the shadows, "I will not be defeated. She cannot win. I will take back what is mine." He plotted carefully, quietly. He remembered the priest in the forest, the old bent trees, the heavy air, and a thought struck him. Perhaps there was a way, a dark ritual to undo the curse he believed she carried. But deep down, fear twisted his thoughts. Could he challenge someone who had already risen from death itself? Joel began his pursuit with subtle traps. He sabotaged her rehearsals, whispered lies to her colleagues, planted seeds of doubt among her friends. But Anna was always one step ahead. Her eyes, sharp as the edge of a blade, saw through every scheme. One evening, Joel confronted her directly. He cornered her in her grand theater apartment, the city lights casting long shadows through the tall windows. He stepped forward, trembling with rage and desperation. "You think you can humiliate me forever? I will take everything from you, Maya. Anna, you belong to me, and I will make you pay." Anna's laughter rang out, but it was not cruel. It was resolute, untouchable. She stepped closer, the perfume of jasmine and resolve filling the air. "Joel, you cannot bury the past, and you cannot kill what I am now. I am not the woman you left in the earth. I am stronger, I am awake, and I will not be your victim again." Joel lunged, his hands grasping for control, for dominance, but Anna was ready. Years of survival had honed her strength, both in mind and body. With swift, precise movements, she avoided him, turning his own momentum against him. Joel fell to the ground, dazed, his fury unmatched by her calm. "I am not afraid of you anymore," she said softly, yet every word cut deeper than any sword. "You buried me, Joel, but I rose, and you will live knowing you cannot undo what you've done." Joel scrambled to his feet, his eyes wild, and attempted to strike again, but Anna's presence filled the room like a hurricane. Each word she spoke, each step she took, weakened his resolve. His wealth, his status, his pride, all meaningless against her quiet power. Days turned to nights of psychological battles. Joel tried every scheme, every manipulation, but Anna anticipated, countered, and outwitted him. She exposed his lies to his allies, revealed his failures in public, and shattered the illusions of control he desperately clung to. One night, Joel sat alone in the darkened theater, the echoes of applause from Anna's performance still ringing in his ears. The woman he thought he had controlled, the one he had tried to bury, now stood above him, not as prey, but as predator. Anna appeared beside him silently, placing a hand on his shoulder. He flinched, expecting punishment, but instead she whispered, "I gave you life, Joel. I let you live to see your own choices. And now you understand, the grave was only the beginning." Joel's knees buckled once more. This time it was not the physical pain, it was the realization of his own impotence, the torment of knowing he had been bested by someone he once thought weak. Maya's victory was complete, not through violence, but through survival, resilience, and intelligence. She did not need to strike him down. Her revenge was his awareness, his inability to undo the past, and the crushing knowledge that he could never dominate her again. Joel left Kingston soon after, a hollow man with a haunted heart. Maya, Anna, rose higher than ever, her name on every marquee, her story whispered in every corner of the city. And every time Joel heard her laughter on stage, he shivered, reminded that the woman he tried to bury claimed her life, her power, and her victory, leaving him to live in the shadow of his own sins. Joel did not leave quietly. Days after disappearing, he returned in secret, thin, restless, and burning with one last plan. If he could not control Maya, then he would destroy the one thing she loved most, her voice, her stage, her new life. One night, during her biggest performance, Joel slipped into the theater. The crowd was full, the lights bright, and Anna stood on stage commanding every eye. Her voice was strong, her presence unshakable. From the shadows, Joel watched, his hands trembling. "Tonight it ends," he whispered. He moved closer, trying to disrupt the show, to pull her down in front of everyone. But before he could act, Anna's eyes found him. She stopped mid-performance. Silence filled the room. Slowly she stepped forward, looking directly at him, not with fear, but with calm power. "Joel," she said softly, her voice echoing through the theater, "even now you still don't understand." The audience turned, confused, watching the broken man standing in the aisle. Joel froze. His strength left him. Every plan, every anger gone. Standing there, exposed, he looked small, defeated. Anna continued, her voice steady. "You tried to bury me, but all you did was plant me." A quiet gasp moved through the crowd. Joel's legs gave way, and he sank into a seat, unable to move, unable to speak. For the first time he saw it clearly. He had not created her end, he had created her rise. Anna turned back to the stage. The lights followed her. The music returned. And as the audience erupted into applause, Joel sat in silence, lost in the shadow of the woman he could never defeat. The lesson was clear. Envy and greed may give power, but they cannot conquer the spirit of someone truly alive.